Welcome to the Overheard podcast, recorded live in Banff. My name is Daniel Rudel. With me always,
Matty Rage, let's go.
what is good? If it's your first time joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's tons of people that watch every single week.
No doubt.
But it doesn't match the follower count. So we know somewhere there's some weirdos out there watching but not subscribing. Please, if you're out there listening, don't be shy to smash that button. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Really helps us grow the channel, bring you more guests and more local Banff content.
No doubt.
Good stuff.
As you can see, we're not at home.
We're not in our normal studio today. We've been on the road quite a bit lately. Today we are at the Rose and Crown in Banff. And while you're in Banff, make sure you swing by the Rose and Crown, of course. They got live music every night of the week, 364 days a year.
No doubt.
Head up to the rooftop patio for stunning views. Grab a pint, enjoy a bite to eat. They got daily food and drink specials. It's always a good time to stop by. Don't miss their new summer menu. It's perfect for patio season. And I must say, it is the best patio in Banff.
No doubt.
By far.
Oh, hell yeah.
For sure.
They got the new stage up there, too. They're going to have the DJ sessions up there, yes, on Sundays.
100%. They
I'm
got
into it.
Tons of good stuff happening. Let's get on to our guest today, Nikita.
Let's go.
Thank you so much
Hello.
for joining us today.
No doubt.
Nikita's a first-year ski lift operator at one of our local hills, 20 years old, from Calgary, Alberta. Moved to the town of Banff after graduating high school to freestyle ski and hike. Welcome to the show, Nikita. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm doing amazing. Yeah.
Right
Nice.
on.
It's first season out here. It's got to be wild.
Like 2 seasons. I did a winter last year, and then
cool.
I moved to Jasper in like April, and then I left like in July for obvious reasons. But yeah.
Wow,
Nice.
so you're displaced by the Jasper fires?
I left like 2 weeks before it actually happened.
crazy.
No way.
Yeah. I know.
Wild.
I got out just like right in time.
So, well, you're from Calgary. What made you want to move out to Banff and join the craziness that goes on out here?
Honestly, like I didn't know it would like be like that and just like how it is. So
okay.
I was like going into it like completely blind. I don't even know how like it even happened. I've always just had such a connection with like the Cordillera or just like Larcadia in general.
Nice.
And then like, yeah, I don't know. It's just always brought me towards here. And I was like thinking about that the other day too, like why? And then I realized it's because when I was younger, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
And like I wouldn't go on like quests or anything. I would just like roam around it. And then I always like gravitated towards Dunmoreau. And so this place like kind of looks like it. And so like I was just like, I don't know. It was just meant to be. Like
So World of Warcraft brought you to Banff, is
I
what
guess
you're saying.
so. Like, yeah.
That's got to be a first as far as origin stories for us.
No
That's
doubt.
awesome. So,
Usually
yeah.
it's just like, I got in a car with my buddy and I came out here and never left. But World of Warcraft, I'm into it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Amazing. So moved out here to do some skiing. You ski as well? How long have you been
I
skiing
do.
for?
Just like since high school, but like I did learn originally when I was in like grade 2. And then I went a couple of times like over the years with my friends and stuff.
Cool.
And then like yeah, and then when I moved out here like my first season, I just got really into it. And this year I just got more into it and
Nice.
like I'm not going to stop. It's so much fun.
I feel like it really depends. Like if you pick a crew that's really into skiing and snowboarding,
Yeah.
you'll be there
Oh,
every day.
yeah.
Because like once you get your pass, it's like the cheap thing to do. You can go
Oh,
up to
yeah.
the ski hill and spend no money if you want, or you can go and party and have a really good time. If
Yeah.
you want,
I've
you know?
spent some money. I've gone up there for an afternoon and been like, wow, that was expensive. And I only did like 5 runs, but Trappers laps are more expensive than park laps for sure. Big time.
100%. I could only imagine. I think last time I was having a pitcher at Trappers, it was probably like close to 30 bones for a pitcher. So I'm assuming
Jeez.
it's probably way more than that now.
I don't actually know the price.
That's probably a good thing.
But yeah, I know that like I used to really like whiskey, and then I know that like a double whiskey on the rocks is like $8.
That's not
But
bad.
I think it went up. But I haven't had it in a while because one time I had like a really gross one, and then I was like, you know what, I might be turned off of this for a bit.
Taking a little
Oh
break.
no! It's like your first time having like a peated scotch. You just like, what
Oh.
the hell? Did somebody cook this on a
Yeah.
barbecue? Like,
One time I won some money at a casino. I forget where it was exactly. Obviously, I was drinking heavily. And I was like, give me your best scotch, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me the same thing, like a smoked,
Like
peated.
a Lefroy or something?
I think it was like Talisker.
Oh,
And
Talisker's not bad.
Yeah, it was not my jam. Anyways,
What's so you've done 2 years now out of here skiing?
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
would you say is like biggest milestone for your like last season, like toughest run, new areas, like, you found some pillows or something that you didn't know was there, like secret
Yeah.
little hidden area? Yeah.
I guess like last year it was just discovering like how just gnarly the terrain is.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been skiing at COP. I haven't gone to like Nikiska or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
So like, yeah. And then so yeah, it was like, yeah.
Intimidating?
It was so scary. And then like I did my first black run.
Oh,
and
okay.
that like at the ski resort where I work at, and that was ecstasy. And
Okay.
then I was just like, you know what? I can do it, because like the first time you go down that one, it's just so steep, and it's like always in the shade. So it's like
icy. And yeah. If you can ski that, you can pretty much ski anything then?
Like it's just like a regular run, I guess. But like, yeah, I think that one might be my favorite. And then the Virgin Chutes are also my favorite.
Cool.
Yeah.
I remember
Amazing.
first time in Southside shoots. It was like my third day up there. My
Oh,
buddy's like,
yeah.
"Let's go, man!" I'm like, "Okay." I get up there and I'm on a board. I'm just like, "I'm gonna die before I get
Yeah,
there."
no, they're so steep.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
chutes there, and like it's between those two giant boulders.
I'd say at Sunshine, one of my favorite runs that I've ever done is the same thing in the South Chutes. On a fresh day, we just happened to catch it behind Ski Patrol
Nice.
opening it, and it was amazing.
Nice.
No doubt.
So what was your first job? You did ski lift this winter. You had a couple jobs before then, I would assume. What did you do before moving
so
into
many
ski
jobs
lift?
before, because
no.
I don't know. I just like I couldn't stay still, because it's just like I'm finally like on my own. I'm my own person now. I can do whatever I want. If I
Nice.
don't want to do something, I'm just gonna find another thing. And you know what? It'll work out. And
Smart.
it did work out. But yeah. So my first job, I worked at a hotel here, and that like.
What were you doing there?
Yeah, I was just doing housekeeping there.
Okay.
Which is fine. I actually kind of enjoy housekeeping.
Housekeeping is the
Yeah.
hardest job I think I've done. Like
Yeah,
as
no
far
doubt.
as
Yeah.
like, it's pretty backbreaking labor, like tucking the
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
sheets under the bed. Like people don't really realize what goes into cleaning a hotel room and
No,
kind of.
it's like a dance, honestly. Because,
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think have we all done housekeeping out here?
Yeah,
Crazy.
Not
Yeah.
for long, but
No, yeah, it was like a couple of months, and then that was pretty much it. I was over it, but
I did it for a year.
oh wow,
Yeah.
So you
So-
didn't
Well,
hate
actually, like a year and a half. It got tiring. I don't think I'll ever do it again.
it? Fair.
But I did kind of enjoy it when I like did it. But anyways, yeah. So my first job out here was, can I name the place?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it was at Irwin's Mountain Lodge.
okay,
Nice.
It was nice. It's just I think there was only like 3 other people who were like relatively my age.
Okay.
And then we never saw each other. So it was just like
Kinda lonely?
Kind of lonely,
Yeah.
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 And then it was just like an environment that like just like kind of like stagnated me, I guess. Because I just like wouldn't be talking to anyone.
Yeah,
And
no
then
doubt.
yeah, but I lived in the best house ever. Like the staff accom was
Oh, yeah?
awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Note to self: Irwin's
Yeah.
is 6 steps.
Or just like, not even that. Just like, I got like assigned like just like a really good one.
oh,
So just
Yeah.
by luck of the draw type of
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
that'll happen. I've had some crappy ones.
I've had some good ones. I've had some bad ones,
Yeah.
honestly. It's kind of, like you said, it's pretty much luck of the draw.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
So you did Irwin's Mountain Lodge, then what'd you do?
Oh, and then I started working at a crystal store, and that
Oh,
was
cool.
fun because I met one of my best friends there.
Amazing.
Hi, Faith. And then, yeah, that was really cool. And then I only worked there for like 3 months because I'm just like an outdoor child, I think. So
Yeah.
I really just needed to run around. And then I started working in Jasper after that. Oh, wait, no. I worked at Brewster's Mountain Lodge again in housekeeping.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But that was only for like a month-ish, kind of. And then I moved to Jasper, and I worked at Marmot Basin and the Jasper Skytram.
Cool.
Okay, nice. So
Very
were you
cool.
running lifts there as well?
No, I was in guest services.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then I think that's where I like really discovered that I love customer service. So yeah. And then
What do you love about it? Like,
I guess just talking to people and just like building rapport, and then just like, yeah, like you know, we're all humans, so like why not just like connect with each other? Like even if I'm selling you something, like we can still have a conversation and everything.
No doubt.
For
Like, yeah.
sure.
That's a good way to look at it.
I definitely see you there. Like if you're a people person and you like meeting new people and chatting, like
Yeah.
obviously we like doing that. You know, we
doubt.
have a show doing that exact thing.
For hours.
Yeah, like anything hospitality or interacting with people is definitely, if you're suited for it, it's definitely a great way to spend your day for
Yeah.
sure.
No doubt.
So you did that, gift services, Skytram, Marmot Basin.
Yeah.
What?
And then I interviewed for the company that I'm with now. I mean, like the place that I worked over the winter.
Nice.
And then originally I got like hired as like an administrative assistant. But
That
they
sounds boring.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that either because I was like only 19. So I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll take the win. And then they kind of put that position on hold. And then I got hired as a house person, which is fine. I don't mind.
Again?
It got me so like jacked though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I did. That's what I was doing at the
Like
Fox.
my arms, like they're going crazy. Not to brag, but like yeah.
Just beefcaked, eh?
Fired up.
But
So
yeah.
how'd you end up as a liftie then? If you were
I don't know. I just like kind of heard about like a certain kind of tradition on Sunday nights that they do.
okay,
And then I was like, that seems like a fun crowd. And then I just heard that like, oh, that's like the rowdiest department, which really lives up to its name. It's so awesome. And then, yeah, I was just like, it's outdoor. You get ride breaks. Like,
no doubt.
oh, yeah, take
That's
me there.
awesome.
And then, yeah, I got like hired like really early on too. So I was
Nice.
like, good.
So what's your typical day as a liftie look like? Like when you get up there, like what's the day like?
So I wake up at around like 5:45, maybe 6.
Oh, geez.
And then you get ready, you get like your blues on and all that. And then you go to the bus, and then that takes you to the hill
Nice.
or the mountain.
So
And
you've
then-
got staff common town then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was just at the HI hostel, which was like, it was
Cool.
so fun. Like a lot of people, like, I don't know. I don't get why people were complaining about it. Like I get it because it's a hostel, but it was just so much
That
fun.
was my first job. I worked housekeeping up at HI. It was awesome. I love that
nice.
place up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh, it's a wicked crowd up
Well, I
there.
think some people like gravitate towards that style of living, especially here in Banff, right? Like you said, it's your
Yeah.
first time away from family. You're on your own. You're doing your own thing, and the hostel
Yeah.
kind of gives you that sense of having like a friend family, if that makes sense.
yeah,
you know what I
because
mean?
you're
Like,
sleeping with like 4 other people, and you're really close.
Oh yeah,
So-
the rooms are pretty tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
so you
Wow.
make some good friends very quickly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you wake up, you catch the bus, you get to the ski hill. Then what happens?
And then we wait at the base of the gondola for it to open, and then that's only like 15 minutes. Well, that's usually like 15 minutes. And then you get your staff pass out, and then they scan it, and you're on the gondola. And usually it's like a really good time. Like even when you're by yourself, it's like a good time. I just like to avoid like a certain yellow one because there's like some lore behind it.
Okay, let's hear it. Can we hear it? A
I
certain
don't
yellow
wanna-
gondola?
I don't really want to utter the words.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, and then yeah, so I like to avoid that one, but I've been in it a few times and I was just like, I can feel it on my hands.
Now I'm
yeah.
very curious. As to
I'll
what
tell
happened.
you after.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
all right,
maybe,
all right, deal.
maybe off camera we,
Yeah.
we can get into that lore a little bit.
But yeah, and then what was I talking about? Oh yeah. And then you get into mountain ops and that's always fun. And then you get your stuff on and like ready for the day. And then the list comes out and you see what lift you're on. Usually it's the same, but like sometimes it switches.
Cool.
Okay.
And then, yeah, then you go and like set up and like dig in the gates, use your pickaxe, which like I love pickaxing. Yeah, it just like it feels so fun. And then it's just like, oh, like I look like badass doing it too.
No doubt.
And like if you
Very
do a
cool.
good job, then it's like I did that.
Well, we got to give you your props because you definitely, I know where you were working and it was a very well maintained lift. You guys
Thank
did a great
you.
job.
Thank you.
What would you say the biggest perk is to working as a liftie specifically? Like you went from
Oh,
housekeeping, you did
yeah.
guest services. What's like the best part of being a liftie?
Honestly, ride breaks. They're so good.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it's like so at the lift I was at, I like calling it Ballberries, but it's like it has a really sweet name. So let's respect the name. But yeah, the one I was working at was a 4-man rotation because we also had the cute little like kids carpet, which actually like I really liked to work at.
Oh yeah.
Cause like yeah, there's just like people so excited to learn. Some of them are nervous, and then some of them ask you questions, and then it's like I can just like tell you all my knowledge. And then before I did like my ski instructor course, I would like practice like explaining it, so then I could like do it better. I didn't end up doing it because I crashed into a skidoo. My fault.
Oh no.
And I injured my MCL, and then I also got a concussion, and that was like a week before the course.
Jeez.
So I was like, okay,
Maybe take
November.
it easy for a bit.
Maybe it was assigned to stick to the lifts.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to limit myself, but
Fair.
yeah.
So if
But
you,
I'm gonna do it in November. I got like re-registered and everything,
cool.
so it's all chill.
so are you gonna do both then? Are you gonna lifty and ski lessons as well?
That
Or-
would be cool.
That'd-
yeah.
That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah. I really want to do like park crew somewhere though. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
Sweet.
trail crew. I think I'd like really kill it in trail crew.
Nice.
Trail crew, that's like they put up the fences, right?
Yeah, make sure everything's safe. They do snow maintenance around the mountain. I
Cool.
love snow maintenance.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you found your passion is just like hanging out in the mountains, right?
Honestly, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. There's really no place I'd rather be. Like, yeah.
And I'd say you have a pretty good attitude, especially for working the more beginner lifts where you were, as it sounds. Because
Yeah.
everyone's been there, right? Like,
Yeah.
even if you're Mark McMorris or one of the top professionals,
Yeah.
your first day is always kind of a little.
It's so
It's a little
nerve-wracking.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, well
every,
said.
every year you go out and your legs are just on fire the first day.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, I'm going hard. And then 4 runs in, you're like, I might just go home because I'm going to
Yeah.
get hurt soon.
Yeah.
So, Nikita, as a lift professional, what's one thing that you wish every guest or ski lift rider knew before they got on?
I would definitely say like you don't like you can. I would just say like like have like a basic concept of like what the physics are going to be like. Like
no
you don't
doubt.
have to be like able to control them because like no one can at the beginning. But yeah, just like if
Maybe
yeah,
like
just like understand like the safety and just like the physics and like yeah.
maybe like pop a YouTube video or something beforehand.
Yeah, just a little review or something, or just like ask someone like, how do I like do this, or like even just like going down the mountain in general, because yeah, like you don't want to hurt yourself, you know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
safety first.
Get the weekend warriors out there just all over the place.
Well, I think lessons are pretty underrated
Oh,
when it
yeah,
comes
get
to
a
people.
lesson.
Yeah, because like that's the
Yeah.
first thing your instructor will take you through is how to get on and off the
Yeah.
lift, and how to like, especially if you're on a snowboard, like navigating with one binding on is
Yeah.
not always the easiest thing when you're learning.
No
No.
doubt.
So-
And they also review the Alpine Safety Code, which is really important to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
What would be the hardest part about being a lifty, you'd say?
I would just say when you don't want to do it, you have to do it, and you have to do, like, which isn't a bad thing. And I'm like absolutely not complaining because like you can do hard things. It's okay. And then, yeah, I would just say that. And that's not even like, that doesn't happen often. It's just like if I'm like having like a really bad day and I'm like crying and stuff, then it's like, I don't really want to be alive in general.
Don't want to be
but,
talking
like,
to people and hanging
yeah.
out. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, but yeah, otherwise like it's fun. It's so much fun. This was like the best time I've ever had, honestly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Nice.
great to hear. Do you ever get the Pow Day blues if it's like a really good snow day and people are kind of hooting and
yeah.
hollering going past you? I always kind of
Oh,
feel
yeah.
bad on those days. Lifty's like, how is it? I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's
Yeah. I always like find if I just like fake a smile in the morning, And then eventually, like 15 minutes after, it turns into a real one.
Yeah.
And then you just like kind of play your music and just like say hi to people, tell your jokes, do your thing.
Nice.
And then, just get into it. And then you have your ride break and you can go enjoy it. And it's like,
Hard
And-
to be upset when you're cruising down the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, you guys want to hear something crazy? I read this article lately, and it's about the placebo effect. Of course, you guys know what
Yeah.
the placebo effect
Yeah.
is, right? So the scientist was saying in this article that even if you have a bad night's sleep, but you wake up and you tell yourself you have a good night's sleep, you'll feel more energized and you will kind of have a better day.
I got to try that.
For sure. So it's kind of like what you find in your day. Like if you think you're going to have a good day, you're going to find reasons to prove to yourself that you have a good day. If you think you're going to have a bad day, you're probably going to find negative things to prove to yourself that you're having a bad day. So
Yeah.
pretty good attitude to keep on the lifts, I would say.
One
for sure.
thing I learned about like skiing that translates into real life is it's all a mentality. So like if you believe you can do it, then like you can do it. And then I realized that like I can just like put that in all of my life. So like I feel like reality is like so based on like the mentality and perspective that you have.
Very well
So
said.
if you can shift it into a positive one, you're going to have like positivity all around you. So
Nice.
yeah.
I would agree. I would agree with
doubt.
you there. I don't think I've had a bad day in a long time. You know?
Yeah.
Keeping that same mentality. So
No doubt.
we've talked a little bit about your living situation. You said you've been doing the staff-a-com thing.
Yeah, I did try and find a place in the winter time, but I'm pretty sure it was a scam.
Fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are a
And
lot
then-
of those.
Oh yeah.
You didn't give him any money, did you?
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I was very firm on like being no, because he would call me like 15 times a day. Sometimes he still does. But I've just deleted the app, but like I can see it on like Facebook Messenger, like, hello, Miss Nikki. And then it's like, just leave me alone. That was like a
Oh,
while
that's
ago.
a scam for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone renting their own space out would call you 15 times
No.
a day
Oh,
to rent
God,
it to
no.
you.
No,
So yeah, that's a big red flag.
It's
Yeah.
the opposite way around. They're probably getting like 15 calls about, can I rent that place out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite.
No
So you haven't really been faced
Yeah.
by a housing crisis for that, of course. Are you still looking to try and get out of staff-com? You're happy with your situation?
I'm pretty happy with my situation right now. I don't
Nice.
live at the HI hostel. I don't actually live anywhere currently.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. That's only until the 12th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
In between lodgings?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, fair. I've been
Yeah.
there before.
Yeah.
Something easier to do in Banff, especially when if you have a big network of friends, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody will always give you a couch to crash on for at least a
Yeah.
couple of nights.
And I've only been in this situation in like Banff once, but I've been actually in Victoria for the last like 3 weeks, which has
Oh,
been
cool.
sick.
Nice. How's the weather been
Nice.
out there?
It was like, I thought it was gonna be like way too hot like it is here, but it's really nice. Like
Amazing.
it's got a good breeze and everything, and the
Nice.
ocean is just like so cold, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
missed her
good point.
so much. Oh my god, yeah.
I've never seen an ocean in real life.
Really?
Yeah,
You
bro.
gotta
I've
go.
ne-
You gotta
I'm
go.
not even kidding. Dude, I grew up in the
Jeez.
Great Lakes. Like,
Yeah, fair. It's kind of like an ocean,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
pretty much. You can't see the other side, and there's
Yeah.
a beach. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't swim across it.
Definitely.
Hell no. Hell no, dude.
It was wild.
Yeah.
If you could rename the lift that you were working at, what would it be and why?
Oh,
Good one, Dan.
I don't know. I kind of vibe with all the names of the lifts though, because they all just have like so much history with it.
No doubt.
Yeah. But one that like I think is really interesting is Jackrabbit, because there's no bunnies up there. Their legs can't get up there. Why is it called that? And then I was like, oh, it's because of Rabbit Jackson or whatever his name was, and he was like a really fundamental character in like the ski industry.
Cool.
So yeah, they named it in honor of him. So I think
didn't
that's
know- I
really
didn't know
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool. Very
So yeah,
cool.
maybe we'll just keep the names as they are because they are already aptly named.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to someone that does want to come to Banff and stay here long term in your experience?
Oh, definitely like make sure that you're smart with your money because it goes so quickly.
It sure does.
Good point.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then, yeah, just like really just surrender to the current because you can't control situations most of the time. So just like control yourself. I guess.
Smart.
And then don't get stuck in a cycle that is just like repeating itself, because you're always going to be in that cycle unless if you direct your momentum away from it.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Some great advice out there for sure.
Yeah.
Hells yeah. So who parties harder on the mountain? The ski patrol, the food bev instructors, or the lifties? I like the lifties just taking the
Definitely
cake.
lifties.
They're just taking the cake
for
all around.
sure.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Like my entire camera roll, I have, I think, 1,068 photos of just all of us like off our face.
Amazing.
I love it. Yeah.
What's the best night of the week to catch a Liftie party? I think you said it earlier.
Jug nights every other Sunday, pump and tap.
There
10
you
o'clock
go.
is
Oh,
when
yeah.
we leave. And then 7:15 is when it starts.
I used to work at the Pump and Tap for many, many years, and I think that is a long-standing tradition of the lifties coming by the Pump and Tap.
Yeah.
We used to do Mel's when I worked up at Sunshine. We would come down because I lived in
another
Staff.
popular one.
Because I
Yeah.
lived in Staffcom on Mountain.
Oh,
So
I did that too. Not this year, but over the summer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like we would all come down Friday nights. You kind of get all your groceries and like toiletries and crap you need for the week, and then we'd
Yeah.
all go to Mel's, get shit faced until 9 o'clock, and then do they still do? Do you know of the Gandhi challenge?
Is that the one where you like have like a drink on every lift?
No. So
Oh.
this
What's
I don't
the
know.
Gandhi
I don't know if
challenge,
this
dude?
is still a thing, but when I was up there, we would get in a Gandhi, and then you get a 8-pack or a 12-pack, depending on how buzzed you want to get,
Oh.
and you had to drink either 4 or 6 beers before you get to the halfway point.
Oh, dude.
So like some people would just do a 6-pack, like you drink 3
Yeah.
beers before you get to like the halfway, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
drink the other 3 beers on the way up, and like whoever didn't finish basically had to buy rounds for everybody.
And your night's just instantly ruined.
Yeah, like pretty much if you drink a 6-pack and what's it take, like half an hour, 35 minutes?
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh my
20
god.
Oh, yeah,
20
you're-
minutes to the top.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah, it's like 17 minutes. From
I've
the
done it.
base to
Oh, yeah, we
that's
did it
If it
insane.
every
sounds
Friday.
slow too, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it was so
I've
that's-
heard of some other lore actually about the gondola. This is from back in the day, and I've never done it myself, but it's known as getting your wings. Have you heard about that?
No.
Is that the one where you write a number down?
No,
And then
it's-
that's like a certain something?
Like one of the things that you like gotta do for your like season is getting it on in one of the gondolas.
Oh god,
And they used to call that getting your wings.
that's weird. I never heard of
I would
that
advise
one.
against it personally.
They clean them though. They clean them, don't worry.
I would still advise against
Yeah.
it. I don't know if that's still happening. Again, been a lot of years since.
There was
I've-
somebody got caught on. It was the gondola up to Sulphur Mountain, I guess, like a couple of years ago.
No
this
way.
this couple were like banging in the thing, and like I don't know, somebody's like, it was like a whole thing. I remember seeing about it. It was crazy.
That's a terrible way to end up on the
All
on the registry.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is your top life hack? Have you ever done a hungover shift? I'm sure you have. Or you try to stay away from it.
I don't think I've ever been like hungover.
That's wild.
25's
like-
coming. Don't worry,
Oh,
it'll
you
happen.
haven't
Yeah.
had one yet?
No, I've had one. Oh my god. Everyone has. But I mean, just at work, because I've discovered that I really don't like going out on work nights.
Yeah,
It's
fair.
just
Fair
like,
enough. Fair enough.
you can't really just let yourself be free.
Yeah.
And then you
you're
have
always
to leave
thinking
at
about
10.
work and-
So, I mean, I'll still do it occasionally. And then, yeah. Although there was this one time where I went out before I went to work and I didn't like feel bad the next day. And then but that was like a really cool one because I think that was like the last time I was here. And then this band came, they're 123 FKB, and they like are like a Beatles
Oh, I know
cover
those guys.
band.
I did sound for them
They're
here.
so good.
I did sound for them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, they're so good. But yeah, that's my little story. Anyways, but like, yeah, no.
You don't do it?
I don't really do it, yeah.
If
But-
you did, would you have any like life hacks for someone if they were going into work with a bit of a
Take first break, go for a couple of laps, and then, yeah, get the wind in your face, maybe like splash some water in your face or like eat some snow. And then, yeah, go take a nap. Also, like if you can, like just like get something to eat, maybe like a coffee or something.
Nice.
And then, yeah, just take it easy.
I'll give you my my
fall
tried,
asleep.
tested, and true. So
Oh,
I did
here
a
we go.
lot of
Yeah.
shifts the day after party and did a lot of hungover excursions in my day. And
Yeah.
the best thing you can do is get yourself a Gatorade and a coconut water.
True.
And mix those half and half. Blue Gatorade and coconut water. Mix them
Okay.
together, and you cannot go wrong. That is Dan Rudel's tried, tested, and true hangover cure
All
for
right,
everyone
well,
out there
I'll
listening.
get that one going next
Yeah.
time I have a couple of beers, Dan. Thanks, buddy.
Nikita, what do you think the craziest thing you've experienced in your winter so far, or in your winter was?
I would definitely say just like catching a lot of air. Like, I don't know. I've become a lot more confident in my air awareness this year, which I think is really good because that is
Okay.
something I did want to work on. But yeah, just like really just like catching it. Cause like in January, I could like jump so high, but like I think my knees are like, cause I've done both of them this season.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, they're a little bit out of commission. Like towards the end, I just like couldn't jump at all. So I was like, you know what? You might need physio.
Yep, been
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, but yeah.
You're gonna need those as you get older too. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe
They don't
Take care
get
of
it.
yourself.
care of
The
them.
knees
Take
don't get
care of
any
it.
better on
Yeah.
their own, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, no, they get worse.
Crazy.
So, what would be your number one tip for any aspiring lifties out there? If we have anyone in the audience that's listening that's thinking maybe I want to go do
Yeah.
a season, what's something maybe you wish you would have known beforehand?
It's exactly what I would like, what you'd expect it to be.
Okay.
I just say maybe just remember to pay attention as well because like that happens to everyone. Like sometimes it'll just be like so slow that like you just like kind of zone out.
Okay.
But yeah, just always pay attention. Remember, you're there to have a good time. Like 90% of the job is just like smiling and just like telling jokes and like making sure people are safe and all of that. So it's like, it's pretty easy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, if you're thinking about it, sounds like you should definitely do it.
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
it's such a fun time. And then like you'll know if it's for you or not like pretty quickly too because like you're kind of like you're outside, you're just like in an uncomfortable situation.
Oh,
So,
on
like,
those really
you're
cold
not-
days too, like it's
Yeah.
minus 40 and you're sitting out
Oh,
there all
yeah.
day. Yeah, that's
So
gotta be
like
rough.
you're gonna know if you don't want to do that, you know. So like
I
yeah.
guess you'll find out real quick whether you want to do it or not.
And there's
Cool.
no shame as well. Like yeah, it's
For
just,
sure. I think
yeah.
a lot of people are scared of failure in their lives in general, not just in
Yeah.
their professional lives, but like, yeah, if you're unsure, get out there and try it. That's
Hey,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I've
only
done
thing
it
you
too,
can do,
man.
right?
Like, I've had jobs I started where I'm just like 2-3 days in, I'm like, you know what, man, this isn't for me. Like, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm gonna move on.
I've
Yeah.
actually worked jobs before where they'll give you a shift and be like, hey, come try it out. And if
Yeah.
you don't like it,
Yeah.
like, don't
Yeah.
be shy to let us know for sure. So,
Yeah.
what's next for you moving into the summer months? What have you got
Oh.
planned?
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna do the Mel's race.
Cool.
And then, yeah, just working. I really want to grind this summer because I want to make as much money as possible for the winter.
Smart.
Yeah.
For
Smart.
sure.
We know the winter slows down pretty good here.
Yeah, because I was so painfully broke this season, and I was just like, I cannot do that to myself again. Oh my goodness.
The first year out here is like your first like real season out here. You're
For
always
sure.
like,
yeah.
It's broke for
like,
everyone.
you think
Like,
Yeah.
you come out here with some money? Like I remember I came out with like I don't know a few grand.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
to like
they
get me by.
recommend you
and-
take 3,000.
yeah, and even
they?
that like
Like the original HR at the original company that I worked at.
Oh, like
cool.
if you're
Yeah,
coming to
and
work
then-
here.
okay.
Yeah, and that's always kind of been like my baseline if I ever want to move somewhere, just like always make sure you have that amount. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no
which
doubt.
is a lot to try and earn. So
Well, especially saving up $3,000 when you're already paying bills like
yeah.
doesn't. It's not an easy thing to do, man.
No.
Like
Yeah, definitely. What's something that maybe you learned about yourself this season that maybe surprised you?
I can kind of rap.
you can kind of rap.
Yeah.
Nice.
How did you come across that talent?
I don't know. I was just like, I kind of just like tried it one day because like I could always like talk like kind of fast and everything. So I was just like, you know what? If I like really lock in and like kind of figure it out, then I could probably do it. I'm probably not the best though because I only just figured it out. And also like another thing I did recently was for like me and my friend have this song from Wicked that we really like. It's called "What Is This Feeling?" And then I always sing the Glinda parts, but she has like this one really high note that's like, I'm not gonna do it. I don't think I could do it right now, but yeah. And then I hit that the other day when I was just like lying down, and I was like, holy shit, I can do it! Oh my god, we need to do this at karaoke.
My favorite
Yeah.
karaoke song is Tequila. I nail it every time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always do a Canadian song. It's Trooper, The Boys in the Bright White Sports Cars.
Oh yeah,
It's a pretty old
banger.
one, but,
That's a
but
banger.
definitely a
of a song.
banger. So would you say like performance, singing, is that something that's big in your life?
Yeah, I did theater for 13 years.
Oh, cool.
Okay, nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
And
Because I would
then-
say like not everyone volunteers to be on a podcast. Honestly, like
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
Nikita
it
reached
is.
out to us and was like, "Hey, heard you're looking for a liftie to come interview," and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
big time." Like me and Matt, we're getting on in our years. We're not super connected with kind of the younger audience of Banff, and especially the lifties. Like,
No doubt.
it's a very cool subculture of Banff. that
They've
I
always
thought-
been known as like the, I don't know, like just the party animals and
Yeah,
like the
for
cool,
sure.
they look like a cool guy.
Will you be returning to Lift Ops next year?
I hope so. That would be so much fun. Yeah, because I love it there. I really love my job. Oh my goodness. And like, I also really like the company as well.
No doubt.
It's really fun. It's a good ski resort. It's been around for nearly 100 years. But
If you- sorry to cut you off. If you haven't figured it out, we have been talking about Sunshine Village.
Yeah.
Big props to Sunshine Village.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I'm a
Yeah.
sunshine boy for life, man.
oh yeah.
I go there quite a bit. Honestly, I'm a big.
I
fan.
don't even get a big 3 when I get a pass. I just get the sunshine midweek and I just go rip because it feels like home up there. Like I've done
Yeah.
10 seasons out there.
I'm always a
awesome.
big 3 guy. But sorry to cut you off. You're saying heading back into Lift Ops next year?
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Nice.
And
nice.
then I can rake really well, and I can make like stairs and stuff, and like they look really good. So like if like you need another person for park crew, anyone, like
There you go.
I'm here.
There you go. Available for park crew.
Oh yeah.
Park crew's bomb, man. They
What's
keep
the difference with park crew? Like, what would they do different? They just hang out, shape the park, and get to ride it?
Yeah, and also just like make sure people are like safe and everything, and like just make sure that everyone's good, and just like they're kind of like a little ski patrol.
Cool.
Well, not a little. They're pretty big,
Yeah.
but like a ski patrol basically.
Well, yeah,
So-
they usually run what 2-3 parks up there.
Yeah,
So-
and then like all the events and stuff, like they
Yeah, Holy
put
Poly and
so
everything,
much
yeah.
work in, and like it's just like it's so
Well,
so
look at Holy Poly. It's
admirable.
just
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
Like the jumps that they make out there, it's just like I would never
Yeah.
even think of making an obstacle
Well,
like
when you,
that.
Oh, yeah.
When you just said that, it kind of clicked. It was like, yeah, like the park crew is kind of like a snowmaking team.
Oh, yeah.
And a ski patrol team
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
mixed into one.
Yeah, it's
you know
cool.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Little jack of all trades. That's pretty awesome.
I always thought that those guys always had the best job up there. I'm like, just
yeah.
go get to shape the park, make cool features, test them out,
Yeah.
move on to the next one, and
And their uniforms are just like so good. Like just like universally. Like I have it like yeah.
Amazing. Any closing thoughts or anyone you want to shout out before we move on
I
to our
have a
post? Amazing.
oh, here we go, nice.
Okay, I'm
Came
gonna
prepared.
try and read it fast because it's a lot of
It
names.
is a list. Awesome. Hold
Oh,
on to
here
your
we go.
hats here, folks.
Let's go.
Okay. Zach W, Seth, Freddie, Brad, Katie, Lockie, Darcy, Jaden, Chaz, Connor, Jared, Kessia, Evan, Sam R, Finella, Kayleen, Michael, Philip, Josh, Manny, Joseph, Oliver, Hannah, Tamaz, Minimum, Poppy, Mighty Mort, Noah, Corbin, Nick, Maximum, Emily, Mitch, Georgia, Dorota, Jono, Jeremiah, Winnie, Aiden, Abby, Jet, Oscar, Liam, Jake, Blake, Ryan, Bennett,
go.
Samantha, Jolie, Jared, Jesse, Cameo, Charles, Johannes, Joe, Harvey, Mac, Emmy, Reese, Tia, Jay, Taylor, Sammy, Max, Adrian, Dane, Finney, Mia, Alfred, Jack, Keith, Tess, Colby, Kyle Swainer, Clara, Bruno, Reeves, Amy George, Nathan, Aaron, Spencer, Dylan, Marcel, Luke, Sam Atkinson, Louise, Zoe, Archie, Kieran, Sam Joyner, George, Issa, Park Crew, Trail Crew, Ski Patrol, Dispatch, F&B, Goat's Eye Gang, Staff Calf, Java, Aiden and Brooke at Creekside, Gondola Ops, Snow School, Base Cleaners, Bus Crew, Bedro Bunch, HI Hostel, Sean at the Legion, the Scurfields, and then last but not least, Frenchie and the Pumpkin.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Dude,
And
Overheard.
Faith, Taylor, and Breyer. Mwah.
You got to turn that into a rap.
Yo, big old Overheard shout out to all you guys. Hope you're tuning in and having an awesome day.
No doubt.
We haven't done Overheard posts in a long time. I feel
Been
like
a few weeks.
it's few weeks.
Yeah.
It was kind of quiet. We had some kind of, we just kind of fell away from it. But we do have some for you today. But before we check onto that, we're going to head on to Drink Shaft. We're going to check in with them, see what they got going on.
No doubt.
Another one of our amazing sponsors. So in 20 seconds.
Let's go.
This episode is brought to you by the Non-Alc Shaft. If you're looking for a clean energy drink that's gluten-free, vegan, naturally caffeinated with real coffee, perfect for the quick pick-me-up middle of the afternoon, or heck, in the morning when you're on the way to the hill, be sure to check out the beautiful black non-alc can sold as singles or as 4-packs down at Townhouse Liquor. I know my fridge is stocked up.
Alrighty, we're back, baby. Let's go.
We are back. Big shout out to Drink Shaft.
Oh,
We got some posts for you this week. Let's go on to it. First one, you might have seen this one lately.
Oh God! Again, it starts.
We're back, baby.
It's all. I'm pretty sure last time we did post, we had one of these people down by the waterfall trying to get sucked in and kill themselves. But
Now, a little reminder that I think it was last year, last summer, someone actually did slip and fall in. Maybe not at that point in the river, and they were pretty significantly injured in that incident. But the comments on this one,
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, I think we talked about it on the pod.
Really?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Did you
we?
see those guys
Maybe
go
we
down
did.
in the kayaks a couple weeks ago?
Yes, we will be chatting with those guys too. They're just on another kayaking trip right now, but I do
Nice.
have some plans to get them in and
Nice
chat
one.
to them about that endeavor. The comments on this one, though, a little bit different than normal. So
Okay.
normally the comments are all like, these people are so dumb. Oh my God, so dumb, blah, blah, blah. There was quite a few comments of just let them live, man. Like, a lot of people in that comment thread were just like, honestly, who cares? Like, are we going to do this again all summer of freaking out? Like,
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. If you want to go down there, go down there.
for sure. Like,
I'm not your dad, but if you get hurt, that's up to you, bud.
I've chilled down there as well before. Like, I get it, little kids down there might be a little dangerous as they might not know the consequences of fast moving water.
No doubt.
Whatever. We're not police, right? Like, if people want to do it.
I don't work for bylaw.
Yeah.
We just run a podcast, man.
So I saw those comments. I was like, that's kind of right. Like, you're going to spend your whole summer complaining about people telling them what not to do. Like, I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Well, the next post is classic Overheard. Back to the parking, baby. Here we go.
Back to the parking.
I have no idea where this is, but
I don't even know. Town is nuts. People are putting their cars wherever the hell they want. Sidewalks, side streets. It doesn't matter. Some of the comments on that one was like, just walk across the hood.
I had a buddy when I worked at the liquor store right at Bear Street and Wolf Street there. You know how it gets jammed up in the summer and cars will just roll up and block that whole intersection?
Yeah.
So Kale walked out and he's just like, fuck this guy. Walks right across the guy's hood, like got up, walked right across the guy's hood while he was in the car and the guy flipped out. Kale just turned around and he was a pretty stocky dude. He's like, what? The guy's like,
I feel
"Never
like
mind,
that's a
never
fight
mind."
on site, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's a fight on site for sure. If
Oh,
someone
yeah.
walks over, I don't know, like, what would you do?
Well, if you're blocking the whole intersection that you're not supposed to be blocking,
That's just wild.
I mean,
anyways,
I don't know. It's kind of a 50-50 on that one, I think. But
I'd say my advice to anyone would be just maybe walk around.
yeah, don't walk on top of running vehicles. It's not a good idea.
Not running vehicles or parked ones neither.
Oh,
You
God.
want to be.
Yeah.
You could get in trouble for damaging people's stuff. You
No
wouldn't
doubt.
want that.
No doubt. Well, we got a cool one here. Looks like somebody caught a fox. I saw some of the comments where people were saying
That's a wolf,
it's
brother.
or a coyote. They were saying it was a coyote, but it's definitely a wolf. Like, look at the paws on that thing. It just looks very malnourished.
Yeah, coyotes do not get that big, but the
No.
wolf pack has been growing in the Bow Valley again. It was eradicated for a while. There was a new one that moved in. I just like to share these posts. I think it's a great sign when we get to see these wildlife.
No doubt. That's cool. They're
kind of
coming back.
scenes in town for
They
sure. It's
still
beautiful.
live.
Oh, yeah, they're still
Yeah.
going.
Back, they're thriving.
All right, what do we got here, Dan? Looks
Okay.
like our classic backed up over the bridge.
Yeah, so this is a Town of Banff post that I thought was kind of relevant just as far as traffic leading into the summer. So it reads like this. Vehicle tracking in the Town of Banff shows a trend of more traffic in 2025 when compared to 2024, which holds the record of annual vehicles counted at the Banff entrance.
Wild.
So last year was the record holder. We are on trend for higher numbers this year. The April and May data will be released in newsletters soon. You'll learn that during the Easter long weekend where this photo was taken, the total number of vehicles counted at the two main entrances was up 17% from 2024, which is significant.
That's insane.
The number of vehicles crossing the bridge was up 6%, and there were 10% more vehicles counted on Mountain Avenue than there were during the 2024 Easter weekend. For the year 2025 to the end of April, vehicle counts at the entrance were up 8% and 2.9% over pre-pandemic 2019. So lots of cars coming.
It's busy.
I think that's probably our biggest issue as a town is how to figure out how to manage these vehicles. How do we get people to leave their cars out of town? Nikita,
Okay.
would you have any ideas?
I don't know. Give Jasper some love too.
Big shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasper, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need
Rebuild
the
this
help
summer.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people I'm serving have them like back on their itinerary though.
Cool.
So like people are
Yeah.
heading back
That's
up there this
good.
summer. It should be
Yeah.
booming for them.
Talked to a couple the other day while I was having lunch, and they're like, "We're thinking of heading up to Jasper. What do you think?" I'm like, "Dude, it's
100%.
probably one of the nicest drives you'll ever
Oh,
do."
totally.
It's
oh
insane,
my goodness.
but-
And even back, like the way back is better because it's like
Yeah, you're coming down,
driving
yeah.
and then you see like the volume of the mountains because they just get like so big.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's wild, dude.
the more west you go, and then it kind of calms down after Revelstoke, I find.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and then
yeah.
they start to get kind of smaller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you get more into Summerland.
Nice. Oh, speaking of Summerland, look at this. It's
Oh.
happening already, man.
I hate
it's
to see
happening
this,
already.
man.
Every year.
Hate
It's
to
just
see it. June
garbage.
8th, we already have big loads of garbage down at the Cascade Ponds. Now, this post was pretty cool. I did investigate in the comments, and the person was like, I did pick this up after taking the pictures. So this is like,
Well, it looks like, yeah, I think the second picture must be them after they had bagged it all up.
yeah. So
But
I don't know. I see
that's
this all the
wild,
time.
dude. Just
People
come
are,
on.
Well, they're quick to like take a picture of something that they find is wrong or disgusting and just take a picture and post it and maybe not even clean it up.
No doubt.
I think the main part, more importantly than posting it to social media, would be cleaning it up. Like, you know, we all love the clicks, we all love the likes, but honestly, like, if you see something like this in our national parks as residents here, it's kind of our duty to help pick it up. Like, it'll take 2 minutes out of your day.
No doubt.
We
I've
love
done
this
it.
place. We live
We've
here.
all done it. Like, I used to do it fishing even. You
Yeah.
wouldn't believe how far out in the mountains you can find just beer bottles and beer cans that people take out there fishing and just leave it. It's like, it's twice as light going out as it was in. You can hike it in. You can hike an empty out. Like,
For sure. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this concept of, it's called stewardship. And it's very important when you're living in a naturally relevant place that has beautiful nature like we're in.
no doubt.
Stewardship means to take care of the place that you're in. So, you know, do your part. If it's picking up a little can or a little something on your way home from the bar, you know, you can do your part as well. So
Heck
big
yeah.
thanks, big shout out to the person who did this.
No
And
doubt.
we can all do the same. So
All right, what do we got for our last one here, Dan?
next one is pretty cool. This little contraption here, you might have seen it down in the train station parking.
I have.
Right around the corner from us. It's called a Stingray. So pretty...
Is that what it's actually called?
It's actually called a Stingray. It kind of looks like one if you
That's
look at the
pretty
top
sick,
little
though, yeah.
portion. Pretty cool. Basically, this is to boost signal for cell phones and stuff, right? So with
Okay.
the protest zone being at the Fenlands, we're expecting tons of media rolling through town. I believe
Right.
over 700 journalists are going to be here covering the
Jeez.
G7 next week, which is 15th to the 17th or 18th, I believe. So yeah, pretty scary looking contraption if you're kind of an anti-technology person, but nothing
If
to
you're
worry about.
if you're scared of 5G, if you're one of the people that is scared of 5G, maybe don't even worry about it, man. It's just cell service.
Yeah, I'm just boosting cell service. So hopefully we'll have some nice live videos coming from the protest zone.
No doubt, Dan. Well, I think that's all the posts we got, buddy.
Well, that's all the posts that we have. But Nikita wanted to spit a little rap for us, I think.
Yeah, because I figured out I could do it, so
Let's do it.
Let's
the
do
mic
it.
is yours.
Okay. I got money, cabbage, I'm an addict, spin it out like Rita Rabbit. Clamping cheekies in Manhattan, got no rubber on, save the planet, brand new paddock, good for Philly, yeah, we automatic. Baby's back and he made it classic. LV wrapped my Grammys casket. I said cross it off my list, got my money and my bitch. That's a check, 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 check. Yeah, that's all I know.
Damn.
Let's
spit
go.
hot fire. I'll
Straight
tell you that.
fire. That was like dial on, man. That was
Thank
wild.
you.
Let's
Maybe we'll
go.
have to have you on when your rap career blows up.
There you go.
For a second interview. Right on. Well, that's all the time we have for you guys today. We got to give a big thanks to the Rosencrown for having us. Big shout out. Come check out the patio. It's a beautiful day. Get here early because it's going to be busy up
gonna
there
fill up.
for sure.
And sometimes there's a few DJs here that are like really cool.
No doubt.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing DJs up on the patio, I think, some days too. So
I gotta
make sure
get
you
on
go
one
check
of those.
that
That's
out.
what I gotta do.
Yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah. I'll get you
yeah.
on there. If it's your first time joining us and you don't want to be one of those weird people that watches and doesn't subscribe, because we think that's weird. You think that's weird?
I think that's so weird.
Pretty weird. Smash the subscribe button. Helps. Every little bit helps us bring you more guests, more shows. We love Banff. If you love Banff, hit the subscribe button. Show us some love.
Hells yeah.
Big thanks to Drink Shaft, of course, keeping us fueled and caffeinated for this conversation like we always are. Yeah, I think that's all we got.
I think that's all we got, and you know what that means.
See you next Tuesday. Peace. Big thanks to the audience, too. Big thanks to Nikita.
Thank
Let's
you
go.
for having me.
Have a great day, guys.